Hey y'all, what's good? Y'all, you ever read a book that was so like you could identify with it so much it made you sick? I don't know if I ate too many oat bars today from work. Y'all know when I'm at work I overeat. I ate like, let's see, I guess about 5 different, you know, empty calories. So I don't know if it was I had consumed too much oat or what the deal was, but I was sick to my stomach, and it was coinciding with the last 2 hours of this book that I'm listening to, and I can identify with the main character so much. Our lives are so similar, and it hurts my spirit. And like the last 2 hours, y'all just been sick with me. Try to put something on while I'm in traffic. Remember I told y'all about the dude that I told, oh, I can't have no kids without the help of in vitro. I thought I had scared him off or whatever, but I hadn't. I just recorded before he got back to me, so that was cool. Yeah, man. I don't even know what to say. So I'm listening to the book. I'm not reading it. This other guy that I'm talking to, I told him about it. He's kind of an intellectual or whatever, so I told him about it. So he ordered the book, and when he ordered the book, it was 813 pages. I love long books, y'all. I love getting lost in a story. And he was like, I ordered the book, and he got it the next day, and he was like, I didn't know it was 813 pages. I was like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't even think about that. I was like, yeah, I love long books. I was like, do you have Audible? So he got Audible. He was like, I think I'm going to have to listen to it. He was like, I'm trying to figure out, do I want to spend 33 hours listening to the book or 20 hours reading the book? And I was just like thinking, wow, you can read that fast? Y'all, I'm a slow reader. I read so slow. And then like if I don't know a word, I have to look it up. And then y'all, let me tell y'all about this other guy. I don't know what it is with me and Indians, but we just been hitting it out lately. So this other guy that I'm talking to, we're talking or whatever. When I tell y'all I'm talking to men, it's all through apps. I don't really give my phone number, and if I do, I give my phone number to an app. So it's all through dating apps is what I'm saying. So me and this other dude was talking, and he's Indian, and he was like, we're going back and forth or whatever, and I'm just talking the way I normally talk, y'all, or the way I normally type text, whatever. And he says, did you go to college? And I was like, LOL, you're funny. And then he texts back later, he's like, you still didn't answer my question. I said, yes, I went to college. And he was like, I thought so, because of I said you're funny because you assume automatically that I didn't go. Like, why is it that you just assume not, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking to myself, y'all, if I wasn't this, you know what I mean? He would have just been like, okay, she went to college, you know what I mean? But did you go to college? Because I don't know if you Negroes really, can put a sentence together. You know what I mean? I'm just like, and then another Indian guy, that I'm dating said that he was like, well, I can tell you're really educated because the words you've been using, I have to look some of them up. And he didn't go to college, but he's an entrepreneur, baby. Got money on money on money. But he was like, I can tell because he said something about the words that you're using, I have to look up. And I was like, really? Which ones? And I never think to myself, y'all, that I'm using big words, and I never really think about it until someone else points it out. And it's usually the people pointing it out are people who didn't go to college, so I'm just like, I'm so tired of going on first dates. I saw somebody's profile that said something like, I hope my next first date will be my last first date. Like, I'm so tired of this. And then, y'all, don't get me wrong, it's just, you want familiarity instead of the whole, hey, how are you? I'm good. So what are you looking for? That's how all this stuff starts out on these websites. They're all, hey, when you divorced, you got kids, what do you do? Blah, blah, blah. Where are you from? And then, y'all, on my pictures on the website, I didn't realize the guys kept asking me where I'm from. And I kept thinking, why is everybody asking me where I'm from? Like, and then one of the Indian guys said something like, well, I know that you have on traditional dress or South African dress or something. I said, oh, that's why guys are asking me that, because I got a picture of me in some Nigerian clothes on there. And I was like, oh, okay. I had no idea why guys kept asking me that, but now I know. And then one guy's on vacation this upcoming week, and he was like, he's not going anywhere. So he was like, what do you think I should do? Or do you have any suggestions or something? And I was like, well, Cordy and me should be on your list. Like, baby, spend all your money on me next week. So he asked me like what my ideal date was, and I told y'all, I just tell guys, plan it, I'll be there. You ain't got to get my input, just plan it, I'll be there. So he asked me what was my ideal date, and I'm like, you cheating. He was like, no, I'm doing research. So I told him, I said, my ideal date, use like perfect date, what would it be? So like my ideal date would be to go to a ballet or opera or some other such cultural thing, followed by a delicious meal and a delicious meal, something to that effect. I don't know if I intimidated the dude or what, but all these dudes are professionals, y'all. Even the one, like the one that I'm talking to that didn't go to college at all, he's still a professional. You know what I mean? He still got mad. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. And y'all, that's for real. That's my ideal first date. Like if I had my druthers, if I, and I know right now all that stuff isn't open. It's not even the season for that stuff right now. But even a museum, go to a museum and then go to I just love cultural stuff like that. And that's the kind of stuff I used to do with the white ex-boyfriend. We used to go to the ballet and go to, just that's the kind of stuff I miss doing, And then there's this professor I'm talking to, he was like, he was saying something about me reading a lot or something. And I was telling him, I said, well, you got a PhD, like you read books too. He was like, yeah, but they're technical books. And I was like, a book is a book, if you're reading on how to code versus, you reading Hemingway, you still reading, but I see what he means. But he's definitely more math, logic person. I'm definitely more feeling, emotions, kind of person. So I don't know. We'll see what these fellas got planned this weekend. But see, last weekend I had 4 days out, so I really had time to be out there, having fun. And that's something I noticed about all these guys that I'm dating, is that they all have savings. It's like a lot, during this this economic recession, I'll talk to them, and most of them actually own businesses, but they're just like, oh, I have money saved, so it's not a big deal. And I'm just like, man, must be nice. I have money saved, so it's not a big deal. I mean, but I can't go on forever like this, hopefully things, will get back to normal. But I'm just like, must be nice. Oh yeah, I knew what I wanted to tell y'all, baby. Why? Okay, any of y'all already know what this means. You nasty. But y'all, I read somebody's profile that said, it was a white dude, said something like, I want a BBW or something else to describe big women who can sit in my queening chair or something to that effect. So I interpreted that as, I want a big girl to be my queen. Like, basically, I'm looking for a relationship with a big girl. Well, I'm gonna have to go ahead and hit him up. So I, like, hey, bro. So he texted me back, and he was like, he explained to me, hey, my queening chair. And I was like, what is it? I'm thinking he's talking about he want a queen, I could be your queen. And I was like, what's a queening chair? And then he started explaining what it was. But while he was explaining it, y'all, I'm toggling back and forth between Google, and I found out what it is. Y'all, all I'm saying is look it up. I was like, oh, we're not looking for the same thing. I'm looking for a long-term relationship, not a, no, that's not what I'm looking for. I was just like, what? I ain't never heard of that in my life. A chair? Oh, then I saw the pictures of the chairs, and I'm just like, wow. Like, wow. What in the black Jesus? And men are just, these men, oh, child, I'm trying my best not to sound judgmental, but just men are just out here willing to do anything with anybody. I'm thinking, you don't even know me. Like, y'all, that's how men are, I guess. I think all them times, like, I only saw Ben on the weekend. Ben could have been on Tinder, hooking up with God knows who, bringing me back all kind of diseases and stuff, and I wouldn't even known it, child. Lord have mercy. Men are treacherous. So when I asked him, I said, after he explained to me what it was, and I saw on Google what it was, I said, well, can I just ask, why are you attracted to big women? Like, what's your attraction to big women? That's very rare. I said, I'm actually trying to lose 100 pounds right now. And he was like, oh no, I don't want sticks and bones. I like, basically he was just like, I like fluffy women. So I looked through his pictures again. At first I just looked at the initial picture, but once he had told me, I went back through his profile, looked at all his pictures. I said, now the house he got, y'all, I just have a hard time believing that house does not have a woman in it that is his romantic interest, a wife, nothing. A man's house don't usually look like that if he ain't got a wife, unless he's very rich. Or I don't want to say very rich, but very, upper middle class. So I messaged him back. I said, so is your wife fluffy? He unmatched. Like, boy, you out here married. Do your wife know you out here willing to do this stuff to strangers? I'm just like... Anyway, y'all hit me in the comments to let me know if y'all have ever heard of that. Because I'm just like, am I living under a rock somewhere? I feel like I don't know nothing. Or there'll be guys on there that'll... Like, it was this one guy, he said he was looking for a long-term relationship, a cute white boy, I liked him or whatever. And then he hit me up, hey, how you doing? A couple of days we've been texting. So then, like, one morning he hit me up and he was just like, what you doing? I said, I'm working from home today. And he was like, do you want a distraction? And I'm thinking he talking about texting. When I'm at work in the office, I don't text or be on the app like that. I need to focus. But when I'm at home, something. And I was like, well, what kind of distraction? I'm thinking he mean, just texting back and forth. And then he offered to come to my house and do things to me while I work. Things that are related to Queenie. And I was just like, what? Like, I said, no. I said, we're not looking for the same thing. Your profile said you were looking for a long-term relationship. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for, that. And then he unmatched me. I was just like, why don't men put that on there? If you're just looking for O&S, why don't you just say that? I'm sure there's plenty of women out there who looking for one too. Why, you just be getting your hopes up thinking, oh, well, this is a cute white boy that want a long-term relationship. Let me see what he talking about. And then they out, baby, please. Baby. And then this one guy I'm talking to, he's Indian. His son is biracial, so his son is like half Indian, half white. And he was telling me his son only dates black girls, like he only likes black girls. And I said, well, if he lost his virginity to a black girl, you can hang that up. He gonna always be with a black girl. He's like, so is it true once you go black, you never go back? And I said, nah, but I said the first, encounter, that's imprinted on him. Like that's something else. He's like, well, I don't think he's sexually active yet. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be, talking about your son, like in that way or whatever. But he said something like, well, I heard black guys. He said something like, well, what kind of guys do you like? Oh, there's my lip pencil thing. He said, what kind of guys do you like? And I said, any guys but black guys. And he said, oh, I don't need to sharpen it. I already did sharpen it. I said, any guys but black guys? He said, yeah, but what kind of guys? I said, any guys but black guys. And he laughed. He said, well, I heard black guys have really big, and I think that's why black men think, or in a lot of the hypergamy channels I listen to, black men have some kind of, oh, there go that black Bentley. Y'all, I saw that black Bentley at the grocery store not too long ago, but I know he married. The hypergamy saying he already told me he married, and what his wife looked like. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, he said, well, I heard black guys have huge, and I was like, that is not true. That not all of them. And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah, really. And he told me, he was like, I'm not huge. And I'm thinking, boy, tell me something I don't know. Like, what am I? Oh, but that was hilarious. He was like, really? So I think when I listen to hypergamy channels and they talk about, why black men think other races are oppressing them and holding them down and jealous of them and killing them in the streets and stuff, I think that, that they think it's because there's this myth out there that they're all well endowed, and child, they not. I done been with way more not well endowed than ones well endowed. Matter of fact, the most well endowed I've been with was a white guy. Child, bro. I'm just like, that is not true. But I think about it, I'm like, well, I guess if you're watching, porn and all you see on there is black guys with big, and then you're a guy, so like, I don't know what another woman's body looks like because I only see mine, so You know, it's like if you see other women's bodies, you're seeing them, you're consuming some type of media, and so their bodies are usually perfect, you know. Just like on this website, guys will say in their little profile or whatever, ladies, making a duck face is not attractive, or sticking your tongue out is not attractive, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, are there women on here sticking their tongue out and making duck faces? But I'm assuming, like, well, there must be, because they wouldn't be saying that if it wasn't. Just like on my profile, I say something like, guys, saying that you're sarcastic is not attractive. Having more than one guy in the picture, like, why? It's like, yeah, I don't think all white people look alike, but so many of these white guys that have multiple people in all their pictures, and I'm trying to figure out which one are you? Like, what if I think you know, Tom Cruise, and you end up being, Tom Hanks, I mean, not that Tom Hanks is unattractive, but you know what I'm saying? Like, what if I'm thinking you look one way, and you show up on a date looking like something else because you got 20 people in your picture? I'm like, y'all need to cut that out.